Hi, this is Garrison Comstock here with Prime Properties Beach Cities. I'm here for the June South Bay housing market update. We've seen some interesting things happen in the world the past couple of weeks, but one of the main good things is that everything started kind of opening up, especially here in the South Bay, and the market's coming back a little bit. So I'll take you through some statistics here and I'll share my screen in order to get there. Share that and let's go to present mode here. Okay. So this is for June, which means it's the statistics from May. As you see, we got the V-shaped recovery here. I've shown this slide before. This is what the main financial institutions around the United States are projecting, that we have a lower GDP in Q2, but Q3 and Q4 we increase. The reason I show that again is that's kind of what we're seeing here as of the past couple weeks. We've got newly pending sales are up 40% according to Zillow as of May 29th. That's month over month from last month to this month. And also new listings taken are up 37.8% month over month. So activity is up. And if you've watched my market update videos in the past, over the past couple months, activity was down. However, places were still selling very quickly. It was just volume was down, but that didn't mean that homes weren't selling. Now, volume is increasing. Zillow economists expect sales volume. It reached its bottom in early April and its forecast is to recover by the end of the year. This is a graph showing the housing inventory as measured in months supply. I went back really far to 2010 so you could show what happened after the last crash in 2008. It's at 8.5 months. So 4 to 5 months here in the South Bay, really 4 to 6 months is a healthy market at 3% appreciation. 8.5 months means we have a ton of sellers and not a lot of buyers, therefore prices went down. However, as you can see from about mid 2011 on, we've been under 5 months, and from 2016, we've been under 4 forever. Right now, this is the NAR, this is the National Association of Realtors. This is national statistic. I'll show you later that we in the South Bay are even lower than this. We're in the 3s and we've been in the 3s for a long time. So 3s means it's still a seller's market. It means that if properties were to stop coming on the market tomorrow, it would take less than 3 months in order for the current demand to satisfy the current demand for there to be no listings left. Home prices are projected to continue to appreciate. By the end of the year, you see no red numbers here. This is Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, the Mortgage Bankers Association. They're all expecting homes nationwide to go up by the end of the year in 2020 and 21 and 2021 and 2022. The reason being is we haven't seen demand come down and interest rates are still low. So demand is still really high. And here's a look at the unemployment numbers currently. So the interesting thing to see here is through March and through April and through early May, the cumulative new filings were all growing at the same time as the amount of people currently collecting unemployment insurance. But as of the 9th of May and leading into now, we don't have more updated statistics right now, that finally started to decrease, which means people are going back to work, which means more buyers are going to hit the market and more sellers as well. Everybody's feeling a little bit more comfortable right now, as you'll see in these numbers. The reason the market didn't decrease in the past couple months as the unemployment numbers were going crazy and everybody was scared, or many people were, is that this slide I've shown before, 42% of all homes are owned free and clear. That means if a person was struggling, a business owner who owns a home was struggling, but they owned an $800,000 home or $1 million home, they could then go and refinance at that rate that I'm going to show you at 3.25. It's been this whole time, but it's actually lower now. Take out $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 and stave them through this time. So that's that graph. This shows you the pie. Not many people own a home less than 20% equity. So a lot of people nationwide have been very conservative since 2008. And that means that throughout this crisis, they've been able to keep their homes and not necessarily put them on the market. So I put these two numbers side by side. These are the numbers I showed last month for April, and here are the numbers for May. As you can see, closed listings are a little bit different here. These are the closed listings in May come from sales that were sold in April. There were less listings to buy in April, so that's probably why the volume was down a little bit. But the interesting thing here is almost doubled the pending new listings, and also almost 1.5 times, I guess, the new listings in May versus April. Because the second half of May, everything started opening up, business started opening up. And so everybody who was just choosing to hold off on putting their listings on the market through the end of March and early April decided that now's the time. So we got kind of a little bit of pent up listing, not because people needed to sell, but because people were choosing not to for about 2 months. As you can see, it barely changed the month supply. The month supply is still under 3 here in the South Bay. So that's still an extreme seller's market. And that's really observed here in the median days on market. We're still at 12. Half the listings that come on the market right now sell in less than 12 days. So demand is extremely, extremely high. We'll see next month as pending and closed will probably increase because there's so much pent up demand without many listings available. Now with listings available, we'll probably have a lot more volume next month, but we'll take a look at that. Here's the difference. This is why everybody's wanted to still buy, because it's still cheap to buy. The difference between getting a loan in December 2019 at a 4% interest rate and today at 3.23%, actually this number is changed. This is 2.99% today. It's actually under 3. I edited these numbers, but I did not edit this one, unfortunately. So 2.99 here. The difference in 30 years is $143,000. So money is incredibly cheap. We're still historically low interest rates. There's still not very many listings on the market. The market's still hot in the South Bay. If you're thinking about selling, now would be a good time to jump on and take advantage of the summer, because the summer will be the new spring with regards to people trying to buy. And then also moving forward to the end of the year, we just expect more appreciation. I can't predict what'll happen tomorrow, but the numbers and the pent up demand and the months of inventory show that at least for the foreseeable future, prices will continue to rise. But anyways, that's your South Bay market update. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me, 310-220-4931, or you can email me at garrison@soldbygarrison.com. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.